Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Welcome to the Keg Killers versus Rivals. So we're going to
Keg
be
Killers
looking
and
at a
Rivals.
draft select right now. Oh my god, pardon me. I'm going to be hiccuping
Got
a little
some
bit.
bands coming through. Hiccups coming through. Elise, Ivern, Zyra, Lulu, Garen. Interesting bands for sure. For sure.
It definitely looks like Rivals is scared of the jungler on the Keg Killers, as well as just banning out that Jinx, which is going to be a consistently strong ADC regardless of
Dude,
Elo.
Jinx is always strong. That's right. I don't think it's ever a bad band. Yeah, I don't mind the Zyra ban either. That can be a very annoying champ to play into. Let's see what Keg Killers decides to go with first. The Darius. Let's abuse the meta. So I'm hoping that's a Darius jungle. Rivals will probably pick Misfortune first, knowing Husky.
Yeah, it's definitely an option that's on the table for them to grab, and a really strong pick just in general for this for IBSG.
Mm-hmm. They could also just try to match a jungle pick here or like a top pick if they might think, okay, we're getting nothing first pick
Yeah, they might
Rivals.
just
Let's
get a
go.
0-0.
It's a 4v5. Well, hopefully we can get an update on that from the lobby. But let's see what. Okay, Nautilus. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Little engage.
So it's an Amumu
A
first pick,
Mumu.
and then Nautilus.
Okay. It's getting a lot of engage lockdown going on. A lot of CC coming out for Rivals so far. Now, Colorado Keg Killers probably pick their support here. Let's see what their support plays. Okay, they're gonna pick Ash. Um,
Definitely think it's good. It can enable that Darius to run in and
yeah.
capitalize on any Ash ults that come downrange.
Ash is just such good utility and constant DPS for a team. Um, and Emilio, okay. So let's just get some sustain for that lane. Give the Emilio ult to get rid of some of that CC coming through. Yeah,
Yeah, we're seeing
Misfortune
some heavy range
Nautilus.
and disengage on the side of the Keg Killers, and then we got Rivals picking up MF, which you did call earlier. So that's gonna be good.
Oh yeah. You can't beat Nautilus and a move to lock that team down and bullet time. Pretty good stuff. Akshan, such an odd ban, and Vex.
Yeah, so pretty aggressive mid laners being banned out with the Akshan and Vex.
Yeah, uh, I like the Vex ban for sure. I don't think Akshan's very good right now, especially into a bunch of tanks. But maybe their laner is notorious on Akshan. I'm not sure.
And then they're banning out the Mordekaiser. Maybe
Hmm.
just scared of their top laner getting a little strong, but he's gonna pick up Urgot, which is another strong top laner.
Yeah, I think Urgot's a really good pick. Uh, has that split push pressure, is pretty tanky, but also has really just good damage altogether. So I think it works very well. And they already have so much CC, and Urgot doesn't really provide too much CC, so I think that's fine.
Yeah, right now they need to pick up some more damage. I mean, they need to have a
Yeah,
heavy AP mid laner. I'm not sure
yeah.
what they're gonna pick for this one.
Brand. I'm guessing that's brand mid for the Keg Killers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty short range, so maybe they could go get away with maybe like a Xerath mid if Rivals plays it.
I'm thinking we're gonna see probably Syndra or Ari for Rivals, but we'll see. I know their mid laner plays a lot of Syndra, so Brand, and who are we looking for? We're looking for a top laner here. Oh, okay. Victor. So that potentially could be Brand jungle with the Darius going
That's
top.
feeling like a brand jungle right now.
Okay. Yeah. And to round out, let's see if we get the Syndra pick here. I think Aurelion Soul could also be really good. Yeah.
You just need one
Nice
really
scaly
strong.
Amel.
Ooh. I don't hate
It's
it, but
alright. Yeah. It's really good against the Ashe ultimate, I think. I definitely would be looking out for that. Because that just completely counters that engage sensor right back. So that could be really devastating, actually.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which team I like more. I think I'd have to give it to Rivals just because I love Amumu and Misfortune combination. But I mean, both of these drafts are pretty good.
Yeah. Execution wise, I think Rivals has a very clear identity of what they want to do. The Keg Killers, I think their champs are stronger in the extended fight. So it should be a good match. I think the brand was really good to try to neutralize some of that tank. Victor as well. So cannot wait for this matchup. I think it's one.
Yeah, we'll while we wait for our setup to get through the spectator delay, we'll do a brief intermission and then we'll catch you back on the Rift.
Okay, and we're back with game one. We're gonna see how these teams want to approach. I wonder if we're gonna just see standard 5 points on both sides.
Yeah, well, we're not really able to see any of the blue team leaving their base yet. Oh, now the Victor's moving out.
Yeah.
So
We
Keg
got
Killers is
them.
going to be moving out to a slow start.
I mean, you have to think blue team probably thinks there can be a invade potential. Yep, and here we
Yeah,
go.
here we see the 5-man coming up through that
Ash better
river.
watch out. Uh-oh. Okay.
Seeing some
Interesting.
Mia pings from the blue team on their brand.
And I like them kind of taking this direction, but they're just gonna leave, I think, here. Yeah, they're just gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that ward. I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, that word doesn't really do much. I mean, you would see them move from red to Crux, but um, it's some information. It's better than no information.
True. So we will be seeing this Darius in the top lane instead of the jungle that we're pretty used to these past couple of patches.
I'm kind of glad the jungle Darius is okay. We got some trading happen here mid.
This is good. Uh, Mel loses every trade against Victor. Like
Right.
this is such an unwinnable matchup for Mel. I feel.
Yep.
We
GC's
see
play
Nautilus
cool.
posturing up.
Yep. Not there. You just take control of those bushes there, and the lane becomes really hard to play. Um, okay.
Yeah.
Urlot
Dude,
getting
a
a lot
lot
of
of
damage off.
scrapping going on. Casters, I have dyslexia. To really grasp a word, I have to hear it repeated a few times. Can you tell me the blue jungler's name? PP so small. PP so small is clearing up his Krugs right now. Sauce missing the dredge line onto both the Milio and the Ash, but we're gonna be moving over to the mid lane, looking at a small little scrap.
See, Mel is doing pretty good damage on this Victor, keeping it tight. Both about hovering at mid health in the mid lane.
Yeah, missing a laser real quick. Very unfortunate. That's damage you don't want to miss. I think that's one of the abilities. These two champs, Victor and Mel, used to be the champs with pretty much undodgeable abilities. Flash having to be burned up in the top lane by D Dubs.
Yeah, Mumu coming
Bandage
in for a
cost could
quick
be worse
gank.
than that.
Nice early gank there. He's just gonna take the back and head down to his bottom side, or he's gonna stick around. They're gonna try to dive.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna.
Okay, we don't want to do that.
I don't want to be too loud, so I'm gonna try to whisper the rest of this casting series.
Pippa small, Pippa so small. Let's see here. Brand's now heading, and Mumu's leaving.
Yeah, this matchup is probably going to be where I want to see a lot of the fighting happen, just because it's either Nautilus gets value or he doesn't. It looks like he's going to get a little bit of value popping onto that Milio, and the Milio is going to have to burn a couple of summoners. Not even. He doesn't even think about burning any summoners.
Interesting.
Holy. And there we see that Victor coming in the lane, being full health, essentially full health against this Mel, who's burned both of her health pots, so she has no more sustain in lane. Any Koreans in chat can tell us what that Ash's name is?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know that for sure. Maybe I can get the. I don't know. Try to Google Translate, but the getting the symbols would probably be hard enough too. So, looks like
Yeah.
Milio's kind of popped his pot and getting a little recovery. So, and what's going on up here? We got the brand here hovering. Now they're gonna try to look for a dive, I think, onto the Urgot, and we're panning back down bot, but just not much going on. Milio's kind of getting a little bit of his soccer balls going, and they're just gonna crash this and look for it back, I
A
think.
little bit of poking, dredge line coming down, gonna lock up the Ash for just a little bit of a second, and it seems like this is gonna be turned straight back onto that Misfortune, who's not gonna be able to poke back at all.
Yep,
So
and the
decent trade on their side.
some good restraint from the Ash to not continue the trade into the minion wave. Although maybe they could have ran the misfortune down, and I'm not sure.
Yep, two TPs, top and mid, kind of synchronizing their TPs just to stand in solidarity with not having cooldowns anymore.
Yes. Early TP's out. That's okay. No significant CS advantages on the board I can see so far. MF's a little bit ahead of the Ashe, but they're pushed in on Ashe's side, so it's kind of to be expected.
Yeah, we do see about just a whole wave, so 6 CS, and then
The Victor's got
now
the level
Razorlight's
6
going
on
to
the
be going
Mel.
in, but I mean, he may be 6, but that's just stats right now. No additional abilities are going to be able to come out just because he has such little mana.
Right,
Bone plating
right.
coming down from the Darius, so now there's a little bit of a window for JFK to get some pressure and some good trades in onto this Darius while he has the minion advantage. So I want to see him try to at least dash in once. Well, he'll get pulled in himself.
I think he was going for. I think he dashed into the pool there.
He does dash in, and D-Dub's not able to do anything. Flashing coming out from JFK. He needs to get some vision so he can get that ultimate off. I'm not sure if he's
We
gonna
have both.
just
We have junglers
okay.
and Milio coming here, and the Urgot's going to get the first kill there.
Yeah, so that's going to be a Hail Mary ultimate from the Urgot, and it's going to end up being first blood. So that is everyone loves that. And then bandage toss to stack onto the CC. PP so small, gonna have to flash out of there. Not able to get a little bit, just able to get a little bit more damage, but he's not gonna be able to secure a kill.
Oh, Moo.
Amumu goes a
No.
little bit too hard and it does end up going down. And while that was happening, mid lane had a roam from the Nautilus to get the kill onto Grandma with a gun.
Yeah, they just had nothing left up top there. I like the vision. Go back in and try to secure another kill there, but a little greedy.
Yeah.
The Brand's at his back at his jungle. Probably gonna. I think we're looking at Grubs here. We got the Milio up top, and Ash just farming below her turret.
Yep, they have
So
plenty of priority right here. This is where
mhm.
you just say, let's handshake this, and we'll get the grubs. You guys get the dragon. I think Amumu's heading down straight to the dragon right now, just to make sure that trade happens.
Did we miss
Um,
a Did we miss a kill mid lane? Looks like Mel's up one on the. Yeah, interesting. So Mel got the ult on the Victor. That's tricky. Yeah, it's kind of a new champ thing, maybe. Where sometimes we're not used to
and
the thresholds coming out.
the Nautilus roamed up is I think the big one.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I was focused top there.
Yep. So we're gonna see them just clear out these waves, likely. Is gonna actually get the stun with that field, and they're gonna get a lot of damage off, and that's gonna be the
Oh
kill
yeah,
secured. That passive damage from the brand, as well as just the rest of the burst and rotations from that Victor are going to be enough to clean up that kill onto the Mel.
yeah. You get trapped in the arcane Victor thing, and the brand comes. Yeah, you're kind of cooked there. It's a lot of damage that can come down pretty quick.
And
Okay.
Nautilus sitting back pretty far and not really threatening being in that rear bush. So I think Ash and Milio are feeling pretty comfortable right now. About 25 CS down, but they're still able to get some farm. Derry's going to go in for a trade right now, getting in the pull, but he is going to get his full stacked passive up, and that's going to be a lot of damage as he does get the heal and
Mm.
does dunk on that Urgot for that final bit of damage to get the kill. So really well played by him in the top lane to get that kill, find that confirm.
Yeah, we see the cleanse and the flash come out for Ash. Kind of panic, just double summed out of there while the brand was ready to look to turn, but I think Brand's just going to out now. Bot lane's going to reset. Yeah, that's rough. So what are we looking objective wise? We have nothing on the board right now. I think grubs are coming back soon.
Yeah,
We
she
have
does. She
Mumu
gets a
coming up
root
top.
down and gets a full stack on her Q. He's gonna have to use the enchanted crystal arrow to stop Husky from getting any more damage onto them, and the Ash is gonna have to reset. Although, oh my God,
Really
so
nice
much going
foresight by
on.
the Mumu there to stop the Darius when he was basing in those bushes.
Yeah, Fear Beyond Death coming in from that Urgot, able to pick up the kill with the help from that Amumu. Darius is gonna get a quicker recall than he probably anticipated, and is gonna lose out on a whole wave just about. So top lane is looking exceptionally even, and
Yeah.
Grandma with a gun coming in for that kill onto Mel
Solo
as
bolo
well.
mid. Very nice. Oh my gosh. And Milio just one auto away from being able to escape.
I mean, there's just nonstop fighting, and this is what I love to see. This is what I want in every single one of my games, where you just kind of
Yeah,
see one fight into another. JFK is going to be going down, is going to start bleeding himself out from the axe of that Darius.
it's
Um,
interesting how much top lane action we're getting right now with these junglers kind of just coming back top lane each time to answer. I
yeah,
like that though.
these
Even
junglers are almost
yeah.
being forced into that top lane, just being
Mm.
tugged up there, like they're on a leash from their top laners saying, "Hey, come up here and kill these people with me."
Yeah, it's looking like this Misfortune's getting decently fed down in the bot lane. Has really good CS. Got that kill on the Milio, and okay,
Again,
here
we
we
see
go.
the Darius staying a little bit longer than maybe he should have, and that Amumu was able to capitalize on that. Bandage toss to stun them up, and Urgot's going to get that flip over, get that kill for himself. They're trading 1-for-1 each time they kill. It might not be an immediate 1-for-1, but they'll get theirs. And we see Grandma with the gun going to have to flash out. Sauce throwing the dredge line, not going to connect, but he is going to force that flash off of the Victor.
Really nice Rome getting that flash out for the Nautilus.
Santa Crislero going to swing a little wide, not going to be able to land on anything, but the kill is still going to be confirmed. Amumu is going to be going down. Didn't have much support or help from his lanes in that situation, despite just recently getting the kill top and forcing a flash in the mid lane. And that was insane. 400 some damage from MF onto the Ashe. That is that bounce shot is just insane.
Oh, you love those Misfortune Q bounces. Was
Yep,
that a bounce
double
off a
up.
minion for the 400, or was that just a Q to
That
the
was yeah,
face?
it was a bounce.
Okay,
The double up bounce is when it kills the minion, and I think it
it's auto
doubles.
always a critical hit.
Oh yeah. The bounce is gonna be a crit. It's so strong, so insane. Walking into a choke, Razor not able to get a root or stack damage on that Q, so a little bit of value lost in that, but is gonna get the root,
Oh,
and Milio gonna drop their ult to secure the kill for Grandma with a gun, who is stacking exceptionally well onto his passive. I would
I
say
thought
this
the Mel
guy's
was out there with that root. That was a really nice Melio ult to be able to chase down that kill. Beautiful
yeah.
execution. But
Now he's just like
but
free farming
Ash
in the
is
bot lane.
just yeah, Ash is just kind of just chilling down here trying to get whatever she can.
Yeah,
That's
1v2 into
okay.
a Nautilus Misfortune is not it's
Honestly,
not
that's
a fun
yeah.
lane.
Yeah, I mean that's okay because Ash will potentially scale better into the late game than the Misfortune.
I think that it ultimately depends on if the Ashe is able to deal damage. So if the Ashe can deal damage and the MF isn't allowed to deal damage, then
Right, right. As long as the
absolutely. But I
Misfortune
think
doesn't. I mean, the Misfortune has significant CS, yes, and a kill, but if they can mitigate that from here on out, I think they'll be fine. It's whenever the Misfortune keeps getting those kills that it gets really scary.
yeah, just the value of her ult is just so strong in any team fight.
Mm,
Both of them have really strong team fights, but
hmm
I think that the Misfortune ult is just a larger threat than that of the Ashe ult. We're gonna see missing the cannon, JFK. He can't be doing that. Is gonna get pulled out of his dash, and now we're gonna see a brawl right now. Not gonna be able to get that damage mitigated,
Flash
but he
coming
is
out
gonna
from
miss
Darius.
that Fear Beyond Death. And the root, the bandage toss, everything
Wow.
gonna be used onto that Victor, and he is gonna be going down. That is a shutdown going over to the Mel. So that is a
That's
great
huge.
roam, great gank, able to get a lot of value off of that. And this wave going to be pushed in top. So it looks like Urgot's going to try to maybe look for a reset this wave or possibly the next wave.
Urgot
Um,
wants this kill, but I don't think he has vision on the brand.
yeah, this brand is slowly creeping up right behind him, and this is starting to be
See if he can outplay the
very
2v1.
dangerous. If he can not get hit by the heal, it looks like he
He
is
just
just
got
going to get hit
dunked.
by it. But yeah, he will be getting dunked by that Darius.
Yeah, the Urgot's almost strong enough to. I think he could win that. But he had
If he
no
had his
ult.
ultimate up,
Yeah,
possibly, yeah. But
yeah.
just in that situation was no vision, pushed up a
Yep.
little too much and too aggressive. Now we're in a little bit of a lull, kind of just everyone moving around taking turrets. Top
Well,
turret is
it's
going to be going down
Feats. Wouldn't that be
for,
Feats, I think, going
yep,
over to blue side?
yep, Keg Killers. Well,
I can't tell. I don't know if they got the first two
I
kills.
don't remember who got the first 3 kills. I
Okay.
want to say
Because it looks like
maybe.
red has the two dragons, but
Oh,
the
I
blue
could
has
see
the
I could see
two.
Brand's boots. Yeah, there's no
Okay.
feats
That's it.
indicator on the screen, but you can like look at the items. There we go.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. So we have 6 scrubs for blue side, which I think is better than the first two dragons, and about 1,000K, like a 1K gold lead for blue as well. Despite having that misfortune is pretty strong compared to the
Yeah.
Ash.
I think there's a couple of different routes that you can go or like mindsets with what is better and what's not. I think the fact that they have a Darius is just going to be super strong with those grubs. If they had a different top laner like a tank, I would want them to probably focus on getting those dragons instead. But
Mhm.
with a Darius, the grub value is insane.
Yeah.
Let's see a little bit of
Okay.
poking
Ooh,
going on, and we're gonna
a lot of
see Bandage Toss coming out. Gonna be missing, but we do see Urgot is behind them.
Darius.
Ghost gonna be popped on that Darius. Bandage Toss gonna go wide yet again, and it looks like he's just gonna walk out of there.
But we have Nautilus coming up, so he actually could still get caught here. And then Brand is also collapsing into this, so this
Yeah, I
this could
think
be
they're
turning into something here.
a little bit of a large fight that is
And Mumu missing the bandage toss is just gonna get caught out here, but
yeah,
MF's
the
gonna
curse
bullet
of the
time right into
sad
them.
bullet time. That is a classic IBSG
Staple.
standard. Yeah, it's a staple IBSG combo,
This is
and
just
Hoki gets
MF
away with a
getting a quadra
quadra.
kill.
Husky gets a quadra. That's what we like to see. Really good positioning, really good sense
Mm,
of mind on Uchi the jungler, able to flash in, get
just
that ultimate off, and keep them in place.
yeah, if you're a blue team here, you don't want to be randomly fighting at a choke point in their jungle. It's just not a good look. Because that's what happens. MF just blows your whole team
Yeah,
up.
and I think that this is almost foreshadowing of what's going to be happening the rest of this game. Is we're going to be seeing some pretty heavy team fights being won by this misfortune and that Amumu. And
Mm,
a flash going in by the Victor, able to get his laser off and his burst damage with that shield of his,
yeah.
and pick up that kill onto Mel.
Yeah, took a bunch of tower shots, has to back. And now we have the Rift Herald up top, and JFK is going to get into this Rift Herald, and he does have his driver's license, so he's able to actually drive it into the turret, which is nice. And
Here he
looks like
is waiting for him to get out of his car. Fear Beyond Death going to be launched out. Does not get forced into that heal radius, and he is going to pick up that kill. Triumph is hopefully going to keep him from dying to that bleed from the Darius. And Channel Crystal Arrow going to go just underneath that misfortune, not able to quite pick up onto it. Flank from the Mel as well, who does have to kind of back out. Cleanse coming in from the Milio just preemptively, not
they
knowing
did
that
learn from the
the
last bullet time there. They had a lot of room to move out of that bullet time, so I
yeah,
think they're
absolutely.
they're they're evolving.
Yeah, this whole time, they got the dragon, um, but doesn't seem like, they're too worried about whether they get it or not. Just letting JFK sit up in the top lane, get a couple of waves,
Yeah, the
and farm
JFK
himself
definitely
up.
got a lot of gold there, but blue team's also going to be able to get this mid turret, and they were able to get a kill off that dragon, and so uh, good plays for both teams there.
There we go. Curse of the Sad Mummy gonna be coming down, locking up 2 of them, and it's gonna lead to a trade 1 for 2. They're not gonna be able to pick up any more kills, I don't think, unless JFK is able to get a dash onto them. Is gonna go for a little bit more damage, and he's just gonna be kited out. Milio and Ash are gonna be very strong at just piecing out. Shields coming down, a lot of move speed on this Ash. She has her
Oh
Young
wow,
Towel and everything.
just a little bit of hesitation there. I think the Ash could have picked off that Urgot before the Nautilus got there, but just playing a little bit on the safe side there, which is fine. But sometimes you got to be able to take kills when you have the opportunity. And now Red Tide Ash can't really do much here.
Yeah, his rivals coming up trying to push in. Razor's gonna survive with that Seraph's Embrace coming in clutch from taking those turret damage. Um, D-Dub's going to be forced off of that top tower, and Uchi is going to pick up a wave for himself, and then eventually going to clear his own jungle. Red side taking a full reset before they have, maybe looking to put eyes up onto the top side of the map for that Atacon while there are no other objectives up. We've got 3 minutes on the Dragon, 4 minutes on the Baron. And Otacon's always going to be there until some team either tries to coin flip or something.
Sure. And this is a pretty good game so far. Where we only really have a 1,500 gold differential right now. A lot of that gold's on the Misfortune. About 3K ahead of the Ash. So still pretty even game right now, I'd say. You shut down the Misfortune, and essentially it's an even team right now. So
Yeah, it's going to be pretty crucial the ways that this for either team, the Keg Killers, how this Victor Grandma with a gun plays, and how Husky plays in positions. I think that Victor has a lot more agency than Misfortune. Misfortune deals a lot of damage, and she has a lot of potential, but she really needs the setup from a Mumu to be able to really flaunt all of that damage and gold that she has.
well, not only that too, but the blue team has potential 600 gold shutdown on the scoreboard right now, and they're gonna just they're gonna pick off that Urgot and probably
Yeah,
the
and the,
Mumu
the
now.
Mumu is going to be going in a little bit late. Kind of a misplay to go in so late and give away, 2 kills for nothing. And this could be blue team looking at Otacon right now. Yeah, they may lose T2 in the mid lane, but I think that Otacon's a little bit is going to be worth it in this moment, just to
Mm.
buff the stats and get that bonus experience.
Honestly, I would have just pushed out top there and reset. But I think either play is a good play. And Grandma a gun also. Blue team's just picking off kill after kill right now. Misfortune
Yeah, moving
is
him
not
with
gonna be able to
the
accomplish
bullet time,
much.
but it's gonna go a little bit short. Um, and with the blue team having their jungle there, they're going to be
Ooh,
able to secure that kill. Uh, Misfortune going to try to take some of these blood roses. Is going to
this
cleanse,
might be
but
a
not going to lose anything.
2v3 moment maybe if Nollis can
Yeah,
get in
Sauce
there.
can get onto priority, but it looks like they're a little bit disjointed right now. Husky looking to get all of those flowers,
Yep.
and
Just wasn't
yeah,
coordinated.
yeah, they're very uncoordinated. Sauce goes in, and Husky's taking flowers.
Yeah, I think Misfortune picks up 3 kills there. Had she just gone in with Nautilus, and
JFK
JFK
going
is
in for
going to
the
run down
slow.
now.
And this might be a little bit of a misplay. A couple of misplays in a row where they kind of just feed these kills into them. Sterix is going to pop off for additional health shielding, but it's not going to be
Just kind
enough.
of
D-Dub's going to be able
yeah.
to get the kill and the gold.
Also, just underestimating the amount of life steal that Darius can get on you as well.
Yeah. I think the trade pattern that he's hitting right now is just a little bit. He needs to reevaluate what he's doing and how he's doing it because the trade pattern he's been doing hasn't been working. Darius has been able to get his heal almost every single time.
Yeah,
But
in the
yeah,
course of
we're
about
seeing
5 minutes.
rivals just die.
Yeah, we saw Rivals ahead, 1.5k. Now they're down 2k, and they did get some of the petals as kind of a compensation from the auto. Yeah, still fairly even. Just a bunch of misplays.
Curse of the Sad
This
Mummy
is
goes down
huge.
onto 2 priority targets, getting onto that Milio and the Victor. Victor ultimate is going to be dropped, but it's going to be a little bit of a whiff. He's not able to land onto Husky. Husky going to walk and dance all around the outside. Not going to be able to get any room in. Is able to bullet time. Going to bring down the Ash and the Brand to both half health. JFK going to fear beyond death onto the Victor and get that kill. And that's going to be a 2-for-1 trade.
Well, look at
Going
this.
in the
Darius
favor of
taking top tier 2, but that was massive for red team. They're definitely gonna get the dragon
yeah.
off this.
Going in the favor of rivals on that, but without vision, you cannot be standing there. You know that they're still the bot half of the map. You have to give a little bit of positioning. And Darius is going to be sitting up there picking up that tier 2 tower on his own. So that's about 1,000 gold going
Oh
straight into his
man,
pocket.
Rivals just left them out to dry there. To the Urgot to answer the got to answer Darius, and that kind of turned into a blunder there, giving the dragon over to Colorado Keg Killers and a couple kills too.
Yeah, something we'll see is that the positioning is what was really important. The Misfortune was positioning against the side wall, right at where they knew that the Keg Killers were on the bot half of the map, so Misfortune really needed to play on the opposite end of the river. She was just standing there waiting to get picked off, essentially.
Honestly, I think you just make the call like as a unit, we make sure we secure has a do, because there's just a little bit of disjointed plays happening that are leading just getting picked for the blue team.
Yeah, definitely.